Good afternoon. This is Dr. Morse, and I wanted to talk to you about a couple different things that we can use to kind of rev up our metabolism and help lose some weight. So, intermittent fasting is a very popular and effective method in order to do just that, to rev up that metabolism, burn fat while you're sleeping and while you're awake, but also still get the nutrients that you need. Is it safe? Very much so. It actually has been proven to be effective in reversing multiple things, including type 2 diabetes, depending on the severity. What is the science behind it in terms of how do you do it? So essentially, you try to limit your food intake, your caloric intake, for a certain amount of hours per day. Ideally, this is between 3 and really 8 to 10 hours. I've been doing it for probably about 2 years now, maybe a little bit longer. And I'm a little strange when it comes to my food and my food patterns, so my timing is a little off, but I'll give you my example. I don't start eating till about 11 a.m. And then I finish my last meal around midnight, actually. I'm much later. I push everything back later. So the goal is to really probably try to stick around 6 to 8 hours of eating. So say you eat your first meal at noon and your last meal at 6 p.m. to make it easy. That means that you will have 18 hours of fasting. From 6 p.m. until the following noon, your body will be in a state of burning. So it will use the calories that it ate for whatever it needs to fix, whatever it needs to heal, use it for storage, and then it will replenish the glucose and all the different forms of energy that we use around our liver, that we store around our liver. Then it will kind of use the rest for immediate energy. And once it runs out of that, it will start pulling from your fat stores to burn that for energy. And if you remember in my video describing what each type of protein, carb, fat, each of them have a different caloric amount. Well, fat has the highest caloric amount. So you actually get 9 calories per gram of fat. So that means you get more energy per each gram of fat that you burn. So that's very beneficial when you are using 12 to 15 hours a day to pull fat from your stores. So instead of storing them, you're actually using them. If you eat intermittently and not on a semi-regular basis, your body doesn't know when you're going to feed it again, so it starts to store. But if you get into a pattern of eating X amount of time to X amount of time, and then fast, while challenging at first, becomes very easy to do, and your body gets used to it pretty quickly. So most people really don't have much of a trouble. And as long as you're getting the required amount of calories in that time period, then you can go the rest of the day without any calories eaten or drank. So plenty of water, something like Crystal Light with caffeine or without caffeine, to mix it in water to give you something different other than water. But you really want to avoid any additional calories in that time slot. That will help ramp up that metabolism and get you on your weight loss journey. I no longer am trying to lose weight per se. It helps maintain me, and I actually am in the process of growing in terms of building muscle, but I still use it because it keeps me lean. So this is one good useful technique that you can use to kind of keep you. Well, you probably say, well, I need my caffeine in the morning, as do all of us. So I drink something that has no caffeine, has a lot of caffeine, but doesn't have any sugar or any caloric content. So five, is fine. Nothing big, but 100, 200, 300 calories is not going to be a good idea. Black coffee is fine. Anything that has milk or sugar, you're not going to be able to use. But anything that doesn't have any calories, by all means use, because if it doesn't have any calories, then your body is not going to use it, and it's going to continue to be in the fasting mode. When you break fast, which is kind of ironic, break fast, then you should continue eating every 2 to 3 hours until you finished your meals for that day, and then you restart. The first couple times it gets a little challenging, but after that your body gets pretty much used to it. So this is one of the techniques we can use, and I want you to give it a try.